Hello everyone, it's Mr. Cinema Junkie back again with another inclusion into my top 5 series. This time, the top 5 list is top 5 props or inanimate objects in a movie. There's plenty of them in there, but they need to stand out somewhat. Either they help the scene, or they help the movie, or they're talked about for years and years and years and years and years. Just some random prop or inanimate object in the movie stands out, becomes iconic in some instances. You'll see what I mean as we run through the list. Number 5, I have the phones from the movie Payback. A lot of people didn't mention the phones too much in there, but what I noticed about the phones in the movie Payback, Mel Gibson's movie Payback, is that all of them, even the ones in the car phones, were rotary dial. Didn't quite understand that or why, and I still don't, but I thought it was a neat touch to the movie. As modern as it was, as cool as it was. I love that movie, by the way. The things he goes through for $70,000 is just mind-boggling, but it's all principle. It's all about the principle. But the phones, to me, kind of added a touch of class. You can always whip out a cell phone and dial people and stuff, but these were rotary dial, old block rotary dial phones, and I thought they were really, really cool. So it makes number 5 on my list, just because maybe not a lot of people noticed them. I'm sure not a lot of people really mentioned them. I never see them mentioned or heard about, but I liked them. Number 4 is the hook in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, the one the girl gets hung up on. That one makes the list because, number 1, that is a horrific way to be secured somewhere. A hook through the back. 2, it is something people talked about. And it was so effective in the way they delivered it that people talked about it as if you actually see a hook go into her back. You never, ever see a hook go into her back. You see the hook, you see him pick her up and go towards the hook, then you see her being put down and hanging there. You never see the hook go into the flesh. But even though you never see that, like I said, the scene was so effective, it got drilled into people's minds that you do see that. That is an ugly, dank, rusty-looking hook. It's dangerous, it's cold, and when you see it, you know you're in for a bad time. They tried to reenact that one in the remake, but for me it wasn't as effective. I don't know, it just didn't come off as effective. I was more scared of the girl trying to slowly kill him by stabbing him in the guts. What kind of hell was that? Just slit his throat or something. Dumb broad. But yes, the hook in Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 1 makes number 4 on my list. Number 3, the bed in the movie Color of Night with Bruce Willis. That was a very articulate bed. That bed was like a handcrafted oak, had all these images carved into it. If you haven't seen the movie, definitely check it out. It was a decent suspense thriller. I liked it. I definitely liked it. I thought it was really cool. I think the opening scenes were really awesome when his patient goes flying out the window and he loses the ability to see the color red after he sees her splattered all over the pavement. But that bed is just awesome. His friend is killed, and he goes to the apartment, stays at his place, and there's a cop who's investigating. And when he sees the bed, he makes a comment about it, something to the effect of, "Look at that bed. Everyone's having fun but me, God damn it." And you can tell that bed was made for fun. It's just an awesome, awesome piece of artwork. The boards and the woodwork on it are just incredible. So yeah, definitely the bed in Color of Night makes number 3. Number 2, I had a hard time deciding between number 2 and number 1, but I think I sorted it out. For number 2, I give that spot to the flying sphere in Phantasm, all the Phantasm movies. But it was first introduced in Phantasm 1, the ball with the forks, flies. I read later on in life that it's supposed to be like telepathically controlled. They never delve in that too much. Although later on you do see that he does put like the shrunken brain of the reanimated corpse in the ball, so I guess now he can control it with his mind. I don't know. But that prop, more so than anything else in the movie, defines the movie. Because if I tell someone, did you like the movie Phantasm? Sometimes I'll get the answer, I've never heard of Phantasm. Are you sure you've never heard of Phantasm? Tall guy, chasing a kid, reanimated corpses, dwarves? No? Doesn't ring a bell, man. Flying ball with the two things? Oh, that movie! They remember that. They remember the ball or the sphere. So it's the icon in the movie. It more, almost more so than the tall man himself. And they're pretty neat. And as a matter of fact, there was a DVD collection out, but it was in PAL format. And but it came in a sphere, a replica sphere with the two little prongs in the front. And you open the top, and there's like 5 DVDs in it. And I thought that was absolutely incredible. I could have got it for $30 when it first came out, but because it was in PAL or PAL format, I didn't get it. Now you can't touch one for less than $70 or $80. I should have just got it anyway, right? Just because it was nice looking. But yes, number 2 goes to the flying sphere in Phantasm. And the number 1 prop or inanimate object goes to the chainsaw in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. You guys remember this one? Pretty awesome chainsaw. Had that old English etched into the blade, into the tang, I guess. I forgot what they call that part that the chain goes around, but it says the saw is family. Just a very awesome piece of work. I would love to have a replica of that. Full-size scale replica of that. Put it up on a shelf. It looked dank, dangerous, insane, but a definite collector's piece. Made me wonder how they put the etching in there. They didn't look like they had the brains between them to open up a can of pork and beans. But yet they were able to do this artwork on a chainsaw that was just to die for. Literally. So that is my number 1 selection for prop or inanimate object in a movie. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. The honorable mention. Honorable mention for prop or inanimate object in a movie goes to Paris Hilton in House of Wax.